Hello everyone, Laura Whitfield here, your independent Scentsy consultant with Laura's Aroma Retreat. And at long last, my December club haul has arrived, or at least most of it. So I have the whiff box in my club subscription, and my club processes at the end of the month. That's how I've got it set up. I like, all of my bills tend to come at the beginning of the month, so I've got my club subscription set towards the end of the month. And there were supposed to be enough of the December whiff boxes with the cute little buddy clip Nick the Gnome set aside for every club subscription. I'm thinking that's probably not the case, and that's why it didn't ship yet. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. So I'm gonna get 2 whiff boxes in January. So that being said, instead of using my half off credit this month for the whiff box, I did put in my order today for the whiff box with the sleep collection that came out.
I smell too.
You can smell too. So that I would get it ahead of time so I can share it with you guys, and then I just used my half off club credit to get my hands on one of the bricks. So when they're not running a special on it, that is the only way to get a brick. So I'm just gonna start using my half off credit for the bricks. And that way I can get the whiff boxes in time to show it to you guys. So they put a box inside of a box for me today. That seems pointless, if you ask me. Why not just put it in the original box? I don't know. So anywho, let's get into box number 2. I originally clipped the top of it thinking I was gonna save us the crinkle paper that makes so much noise. But I will say it works great in my fire pit out in the backyard. So this is what I was trying to avoid, the crinkle paper. That's okay, because I'm just gonna light it up. Oh, thank God, my cotton cleanups. I have missed you. Okay, so I have had my club subscription at 1 set of cotton cleanups in the beginning. I upped it last month to 2, just because, like I said, I change my wax so frequently, and I knew like I was running short, and then it was like, okay, I gotta pick and choose my days, or I'm gonna have to use jumbo cotton balls. Well, I ran out like a week before my club order would have normally shipped if it wasn't for the extended holiday vacation. And I've been using cotton balls. So I went through a 1.5 bags of jumbo cotton balls in the last few weeks just to clean out my warmers. I am so happy to have these back because I usually only put 1 cube in each warmer. So 1 cotton cleanup cleans 5 warmers for me. So these are essential, and I don't ever want to run out of these things again. So now I am getting 2 per month. If I get kind of a stock up, I'll reduce it down to 1. That's the nice part about the club. I can change it anytime. But okay, so here are the bars. It's all bars in my club. We have a vanilla ode. This one was from the Bring Back My Bar collection. I did throw it into my club before they ended. Like, I love the way that this one smells. It's so good, but it's very light. But I did not get to try it in our upstairs. So I had put it all the way downstairs. So I did throw it into my club so I could see how it performs in the smaller spaces, just because, like I said, I really like the powerhouse scents throughout the house. And this one is it's just lovely. So it's very masculine, very manly, but I really I wanted to give it a shot in some of the smaller spaces. So if it does not perform well upstairs, then unfortunately it's going to get the boot. But I figured I'd give it one more shot. Then we have Sweet Amber and Freesia. This one actually performs very well. Oh, you want to sniff this one?
I love it.
You love it? Thank you. Okay, so I did end up melting a bar of this, I think it was this week, to give it a shot. So it does perform quite well in the larger spaces. So I really like this. I do think, and like I said, I just wanted to grab an extra bar of it before they were gone. The best way for me to do that before they were over was to toss it in my club, because I didn't need it right away. But I did want to be able to try this again, but we have the spring and summer catalog coming out. My other box actually arrived today with all the new catalogs and the new testers, but that is going to be a completely separate video. So today we're just doing club haul. Let's see here. I have a mini bar of salted caramel toffee. So I do have, I'm almost through the first brick. I do have a backup brick of this, but I have a couple of people who really, you know, enjoyed it. So I have it in my club so that I get it in the standard size bars, and that way my customers who really loved this but didn't want it in a huge brick, I can still make sure that I am meeting their needs. So this is going to stay for a little bit. It will eventually probably come out of my club, but for the moment it's going to stay. Next up, I didn't realize I had this set on 2 bars. I'm gonna have to downgrade this to 1 bar. So this is My Dear Watson. Again, this was from the Bring Back My Bar collection, and this was like this was like one of my very first Scentsy loves in the entire world. That and then Zeppelin. So Zeppelin was up for voting for the spring and summer for the Bring Back My Bar collection. I don't know if it made it. We find that out on January 26th, but I was voting my butt off. So hopefully its partner for me comes back. But this is just like a really nice men's cologne. And I will tell you too, this one is a performer. Holy smokes. So this one, I could still smell it on day 3. So I have kind of like a lounge chair, and it sits, you know, near my display shelf, and it's a nesting chair, I guess. And I like to sit there in the morning and drink my coffee. So I have my coaster up on my display cabinet and everything like that. And like I was sitting right next to it. Even on day 3, I was sitting down and I could smell it with my coffee. So My Dear Watson, total favorite. Such a good bar. So happy to have that back. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Mystery Man, and this is probably similar to Mystery Man, but the performance on that, A+. Okay, we have a Fearless by Nature. This one is super like woodsy and masculine. Oh, I just love the woodsy and earthy scents. So this got locked back into the Scentsy Vault on December 31st. So I did tuck this one into my club. We do love this one. I was shocked that they pulled it as quick as they did, because they had just come back out a couple weeks prior. So I don't know if Sven will ever make a comeback, so I wanted to make sure. Next one out is Red Berry and Spruce. This one, I never actually got to melt this one. So I had our Scents of the Season wax collection, and then I had somebody be like, oh, I really wanted that, and I couldn't get it in time. So I did part with my Scents of the Season wax collection in the really cute Santa bag, but that's okay, because I knew that I could just pick up the 1 bar in there that I was like super in love with. And this is just like, it's so piney, and so I love pine. Y'all know I love pine if you've been watching for a while. So if you are new to my channel, you will find out very quickly that I love pine. So I know there's other stuff in there. Like there's a little bit of a hint of sweetness to it, but like there's I think there's supposed to be like raspberry and cranberry. So there's a little bit of a sweetness to it, but what I get mostly out of this particular bar is the pine. So I am super excited for that. What else is next? NHL Fresh Ice. So I did a smidge of a club edit, and this is really nice and fresh and clean and minty, and there's a little bit of sandalwood in there to bring about the earthiness to it. So this has been in my club, but we are not melting through this as quickly as I thought that we were gonna. I mean, we've had so many new things come out that I have developed a bit of a stock of this, and now that I am 100% certain that They are not removing it for the spring and summer catalog. I'm just going to take it out of my club, and if I need it, I can order it during that time. Or if they tell me that they're going to discontinue it, I will probably put it back into a club, but I think I'm going to space it out and just do every 3 months on this particular bar. Because like I said, I mean, we're getting new things all the time, and I love to try new things. So like in the beginning, we were super gung-ho when it came out. We were melting it a lot. And then we just kind of tapered off into some of the newer stuff that they came out with. So next out is Black Currant Bubbly. This will stay in my club forever and ever and ever. It just smells like a screwball from the ice cream truck. You guys have heard me talk about this. This one was a total shocker for me from the Bring Back My Bar collection for the winter. Like, I had never smelled it before, and it's not something that I normally would have ordered myself if it weren't for the sample pack of the Bring Back My Bar. So I will be doing the same thing when the next round comes back in June, just because, like I said, there's going to be surprises in there that I wouldn't have thought that I would like, and then I ended up liking them a lot. The next one that is like that is the Cutie Pie Cupcake. The Cutie Pie Cupcake is just like citrus and like vanilla cake batter. It's so good. So I am actually out of Cutie Pie Cupcake right now. So we did melt through the ones that I had here. So I'm super excited to have that one back in. Let's see. Bright Cider Life. This one is so good from the gorgeous 3-pack bundle. In my last What I've Been Warming video, I actually went through 2 of these. It's just like appley, and it's like I think this is an all year bar personally. So like the freshness of the apple in this is so good, and it's like red apple, not green apple. I'm not a fan of like the super sour green apple, but the freshness of this, and then it's just got that little hint of fall in the back, but it's not so fall that, you know, you don't want to warm it outside of fall. So that's that was my favorite one. Next out, this one will also stay in my club forever, which is Around the Campfire. So I have not melted this in a while because every bar that I have had come in has gone right back out the door. I think maybe I'll probably melt that this week, but it's smoky and it's like woodsy and smoky, and it smells, you know, kind of like birch wood in the back. It's so good. I love Around the Campfire. This is probably like, this will be an eternal favorite for me. It will never ever leave my club, and this is retiring at the end of this month. So right now they're 10% off. You can stock up if you are like me, and you know, this is one of your like all-time favorite bars. Now is a really, really good time to join Scentsy Club, so you can continue to get them like all of these discontinued bars that I'm getting here. So the Bring Back My Bar perk is phenomenal because they will continue to make these for you as long as they are in your club. Next one out is Lavender and White Balsam. I just put the last of this in our warmers last night. So this is a very, very light scent. I love all things lavender. I really do. So it's like lavender and like woodsy pine. It's kind of, it's so good. So it's like lavender and pine. Just love it. Beautiful, beautiful upstairs in the bedrooms. Let's see here. We have, let me grab one, a Walnut Raisin Muffin. So when this first came out, I don't know, I fell in love with this. It just smells like fall and Thanksgiving, and you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful bar. This one is still available right now because it was a scent of the month. So those go for 6 months or until their full inventory sells out. And I've melted through my brick. I've melted through like every bar, almost every bar of this that I have. I don't know, like I'm super excited for spring and summer. I'm thinking this one might not make the cut to stay next round. But then again, I don't know, like I might shift it. Let me rephrase that. I probably won't get rid of it entirely, but I might shift it with fresh ice into a 3-month subscription, just because like I don't feel like melting it right now, but the idea of not having this one also makes me sad. So I might just kind of restructure my club a little bit. Next one out, a wink and a smile. So I threw this one into my club before I actually put the bar of it that I had into the warmer, because like I hadn't used it yet. I was kind of wrestling with myself about it, and so I didn't want to lose it in case I loved it. And I did melt it. It's a good performer. Like it's got, I mean, it's tulips is really what it smells like. But I don't know. This one has already got the boot after putting it in the warmer, because I don't know. I mean, it's a good floral. I just feel like there are going to be better florals coming in the new collection, I guess. So it has already I've already parted ways with it, but I will still, like I said, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I just felt like, is it really club worthy? Probably not. Next one out, Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. This again was part of our holiday brick collection. I actually have that going in the warmers down here. This one is like a buku performer. It really is. In the beginning. So it does fade after time. So like into day 2, I would say it's a 1-day bar. It doesn't really make it into day 2 for me. Like salted caramel toffee will make it into 2 days. Marshmallow Mint Cocoa is kind of like a one and done. But again, I've got probably, I don't know, this wasn't my favorite in that collection. This one was my favorite, but I don't know. I keep it in here because, like I said, I've got some people who really, really love this. I've got plenty of my brick left of this one. I mean, so much so that like I was like, okay, well, I better melt some of this to make some space in my bucket, because I knew I had stuff coming. So this is a really good bar. It smells just like an Andy's dinner mint. Like it makes me think Olive Garden every single time I smell it. But like I said, I've got a couple people who really, really love this. So I'll let a little bit of a stock of it, you know, come up for them. And then we'll just kind of go from there. But next one out is Cashmere Pear. So I have a couple cubes of this left, and like it's a beautiful, beautiful pear scent. And I like pear because pear is sweet, but it's not like super sweet. And then you got like the cashmere kind of almost musky, romantic smell behind it. This is not a huge performer in large spaces, but I already kind of figured that with how light it is in just the bar on its own. I may or may not keep this one. Like I like the way that it performs in our bedroom and our master bath. I do. And I was mixing this with Hug in a Mug to do like chocolate covered pear, which came out really nice, but like it's super nice all on its own. So I'm on the fence about this one, about whether it will stay or whether it will go. So I guess we'll just see what kind of new scents come out, because I like to kind of change it up. We've got 2 more left in here. So Gridiron Rush, 100% staple. Gotta have it. It smells like, you know, men's soap, but my husband loves it. We had this going maybe yesterday, I don't know, sometime this week. We did a bar of this throughout the main space. And again, this is another one that performs like bangerang on day 1. By day 2 it's gone. But you know, there's not too many of them where he's like, oh hey, you know, I really, really love that one, you know, make sure that I'm always getting it. And you know, if he loves it, he gets it. That's he lets me go hog wild, do anything that I want in the house. Totally supports my crazy addiction. You want NFL, baby, I'll get you NFL. So this one will be in the club for life. And like I said, we get it every month. We use it every month. And then the last bar, and I'm so glad this guy is already in my club. You guys already, excuse me. You guys already know I have a love for Dumbo. So, yeah, my girls have a love for Dumbo. It is super bright, total citrus. It's like this beautiful, beautiful citrus blend. Like it is a powerhouse right out of the gate. It does calm down during the course of the day, but I don't care. I love it so much. The kids love it so much. Like, it is their all-time favorite. And this is also retiring at the end of the month. So of the ones that I have here, this one is going away in the new catalog. And like, I was super, super shocked that they're pulling Dumbo from the catalog, but that just tells me that there's something else great in store coming around the corner. So I'll be super excited for it, but I'm not ever going to live without Dumbo. So we got Dumbo's retiring. You've got, okay, most of these are retired, sorry. And Around the Campfire. So these two are leaving us at the end of the month. Everything else in my club here is already gone. So, I wonder what these, like citrus campfire. I wonder what kind of mix that would be. Sorry, just like my two favorites. Let's put them together. But these are for sure my two favorite bars out of all of these. These are my two top favorites. But so, yep. The ones sticking around in the club are these two. So you can still get NFL, you can still get NHL. They will continue to be available even through the spring and summer, to my knowledge. So they didn't say that they were pulling them, but if you guys like mint and sandalwood, this is a really good combination. And it's not total peppermint, but it's kind of like a candy-ish kind of peppermint. But when my whiff box arrives, I will share that with you guys as well. So thank you very much for joining me today. I would love to know what your top favorites are, what's in your club. Feel free to throw a comment down below, click like, or if you're new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.